Next, we have a session by Dr. K.S. Bhatia, founder and CEO, pumpcard.com and Phygital.com. He is going to talk about how does SMEs help in achieving Sustainable Development Goals or SDGs. Over to you, Dr. K.S. Bhatia, for your session.
Thank you. Before I start a session, I just want to talk about my journey. So I would say I'm a big dreamer. I dream big. I personally believe that, true entrepreneurs should always dream big. And I want to talk about in 1980 when I was 10-year-old. I was watching a TV and our Prime Minister, Mrs. Indira Gandhi, was speaking in the United Nations. I asked my dad, I want to be there in the United Nations. So he said, what do you want to become in life? I said, I want to be an entrepreneur. He said, there's no chance. You will never speak. You cannot go there and speak. Either you have to be, ambassador there in UNO, or either you should be in the politics. You become a foreign minister or the prime minister. So there's no chance. And I said, no, I have to go. He said, okay, then start studying the politics. So my dad was a political science professor. He said, you don't think of to be an entrepreneur. So come under me and I will teach you the politics and then you can go there. But I said, no, I want to be entrepreneur, and being entrepreneur, I want to go there. So, and seriously, this thing happened. As I told you that I'm a dreamer, I dream and, and this thing happened after 38 years. In 2018, I have been called by the United Nations headquarters to come and speak in the United Nations. So I'm proud to be say that I'm the first startup from the country who got a chance to speak in the United Nations. So I'll speak on SDG, though, when they came to know that he's a startup came from India and all. So we spoke more about the startup ecosystem and all. So here also I'll more talk about small medium entrepreneurs and the startups, who will really play very major role, to achieve these SDG goals. So I want to tell you that India is an emerging hub of startups. And the good news is that we are going to be the global capital of startups by 2030. Will be the largest of startups. Will beat US, will beat China. At the moment, we are the third largest in startup hub. And I'm sure this is not my dream, it's dream of our Prime Minister Modi also. So our government is, the way our government is pushing our startup, and this is all because of this government. So the startup ecosystem is growing in the country. Not earlier it was in the big cities, now it's entering in the small cities also. So I will from here, and I would tell the government, instead of making of smart cities, you make a startup cities also in the country. Let's create something very big in the country. So as I said that we will be the global capital. So I think we must encourage the we are encouraging startups, but we are missing small medium entrepreneurs. Those who are not organized. India has around 30 million small medium entrepreneurs. 30 million. It's not a small. So I think if we focus on those small medium entrepreneurs, I think we can solve a lot of problems there. Our poverty is a problem. I think these, if we start focusing on this, if we educate these, if we organize these people, I think many problems will be solved. The first problem is job creation will happen. And this problem is there in everywhere, not only in India. This is in US, this is in Europe, everywhere. Jobs are not there. I think not in India, the largest producer of jobs is small, medium enterprises, which are not being focused. They're not organized. I think if we focus, they'll create jobs. As more jobs, poverty will be less. So jobs is required, So I think that has to be focused, not in India. It should be focused globally. So that is my concern. I'm pretty sure that if we focus our country, other countries also focus on small medium entrepreneurs, I think we'll be going to solve the big problems. As as startups are also growing, I think the platform like energy, climate, innovation, they will play a very major role. If I was just coming from another event which is happening in Chandigarh today, and everybody, all investor turned up from the Indian Angel Network, Bombay Angel Network, Hyderabad Angel Network. Everybody is focusing now on the startups, those who are working on the energy, on the climate, because this is a worldwide problem. It's not India's problem, and of course this problem is big in Asia. So I think these problems will be solved by these upcoming startups because technology will play a major role. But along with, we have to focus on the small, medium entrepreneurs. We have to educate, we have to organize them. This is a very big problem. They are not organized. We are pushing the startup, but we are not pushing these small, medium entrepreneurs. So if they, they are the largest creator of jobs. So if they miss somewhere, then we'll miss something very big, So I think we have to push, every government has to push, every country has to push, because this problem is SDG, no doubt, we have to complete these goals. We have to push this goal. We have to sort out all these problems. But, we are not seeing, how we solve these problems. So this is what I wanted to say. So I will not take much time. So this problem is more, if you talk about Africa, Latin America, startup is not emerging over there. I think we should also focus in those countries. I think you people should play some role there to, to encourage the startup. Next time, if you do this event, you push more startups should come and speak. They say some word. They might be having more ideas than me also. So I think these countries like Africa, Latin America, and some part of the Asia also, the startup ecosystem is not growing. India, no doubt, India, the government really pushed. Ecosystem is growing in a very fast. We'll be solving so many problems, but few of the countries are still they are not being focused on that. So from this platform, I want to tell everyone that every country seriously has to push the startup. I think they'll be the real game changers. If anything going to change in this earth, only startups will do it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Bhatia, for that very informative and inspiring session. As you said, true business people should always dream big. Really inspiring to hear that you were the first startup from India to speak at the UN, and I'm sure your story would have inspired a lot of SMEs who are listening. And we have, as you mentioned, we have an exclusive competition for startups working on SDGs globally. So next, we'll be inviting
Thanks
you
a lot.
for that.
At least something should happen on startup. Thank you very much.
Yes, we are working on that. Thank you so much. Next.